these are the chapters that I really love in Fairy Tail. I mean, them going back to Magnolia, Lucy feeling so nostalgic, she actually hurts her. She's like, I don't know if I'll be able to go back to the guild. Like, I don't know if anybody else is going to be there. And then we see Kana, and Kana is definitely a fan, pleasurable person because I'm not even gonna lie, she's got big boobs, and so does Lucy. So when they're she was playing with Lucy's boobs, it's definitely for like the fans. Like Hiro Mashima was giving the fans something to look forward to. Like, here you go, here's something funny. I mean, it's like always nice to see them joking around like they usually do, and it's so nostalgic, honestly, for me too. Because when I see all the Fairy Tail when they come back and Lucy crying like I'm finally back with them, it makes me like they're back. It's finally back to, and they have a Fairy Tail has a whole bunch of haters, obviously, but I am not a hater of Fairy Tail. I honestly love it. I almost cried. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I almost cried this chapter because when everybody came back, I was like, it's about time, yo. It's about time Fairy Tail came back. And then when Natsu picked up the flag, it was, it's a little beat up, but, and they started waving it, and it was the Fairy Tail flag. That's what I want to see. This is probably one of the best chapters of Fairy Tail in the Avatar arc, which is actually signifying that it's over. At least that part of it. Maybe there's a little bit of Avatar left with some other like squadron people and like fleet leaders or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully not, because Avatar is actually very disappointing, but I didn't expect much from them. I just expected them to like show us how strong that the people have gotten like in a 1 year time skip. So they're kind of like a crutch, not a crutch so much as like a feat. It's like Luffy going and, you know, knocking out 100,000 fishmen with just one look. That's what it was to, honestly, to me, and that's what Natsu knocking out the God was. Honestly, the God of War was like obviously a little disappointing, but it just proved how much stronger Natsu is and that he actually is on the Agnologia and Zeref's level. So I'm not too disappointed about that, but I'm honestly just really pumped to see everybody back together. And the Master, when we looked at a little flashback when it disbanded, he seemed kind of rushed. He's like, I don't want to hear anything about it. Like, he started off really peaceful and then ended up really angry because people were like, I've lived here like almost my whole life. Like, Kana was like, I've lived here since I was a kid. I can't just leave. And then he pretty much just yelled at him like, don't ever say Fairy Tail ever again and stuff like that. So obviously he did it for a reason. He didn't do it just because they lost against Tartarus. He's doing it for a deeper reason, and I want to know what that reason is, and hopefully we'll find him, because the rest of the guild's together. So the guild, like the people finding the guild, like Max, the guy that beat up Natsu in the 6 year time skip, that I saw him, and that's all I think about was him, like actually not beating up Natsu, but being on the same level as him after Natsu kind of got trapped on the island. And I just like, that's what I remember, and everybody's back together, and I'm just so happy to see this. And I want a little more deeper, like I said, about the Master's reason, but other than that, I just want to see them rebuild like Fairy Tail in general. And hopefully I think Loxus is going to be the next actually guild master. I mean, Natsu would be a good guild master, but he needs to beat Zeref and age a little bit and mature a little bit more. I mean, it's kind of a different Natsu, at the same time it's not really. I mean, he has the same haircut, he's pretty much the same age, and the only thing he's matured in is power, so he's not ready to be the guild master. I think Loxus, actually, after he got beaten by Gajeel and Natsu, that he actually matured a lot as a person, and I think he's ready to be the guild master, and I want to see that happen. I haven't seen him yet, but obviously he's going to be super strong because it's Loxus. He was super strong before the 1 year time like skip, so he's going to be amazing now, and I can't wait to see that. And I can't wait to see then later what's going to happen next. I think this is the final arc of Fairy Tail, the next one, because they are wrapping it up really quickly. They stopped doing the 2 chapters a week, which I'm a little sad about, because more Fairy Tail content is better for me. So I'm like, give me 2 chapters a week, Hiro Mashima. That just proves how much of a good writer you are. And I think the final arc is just going to be them going after Zeref and Agnologia, because right now I don't think they're going to make a pact together, but they're definitely going to work together somehow. I feel like Agnologia is going to be like the bronze and Zeref's going to be the brains, even though Zeref is in general strong himself. I mean, Zeref is probably one of the strongest people in this whole entire show, if not the strongest, so hopefully we'll see a little bit more of that, like Fairy Tail and all the guilds and, you know, Fior go against Zeref and Agnologia. That would be I would love to see that, and hopefully we will see that, because I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. If we see that, then it's going to be amazing, because that would wrap up the whole entire story, but at the same time, I don't want to wrap up the whole entire story, but where else could we go with this? All the dark guilds are gone. Avatar, there's a new guild that wasn't exactly a dark guild. They kind of were. They're gone. They would easily take it out, unless they have more troops, like I was saying in the beginning of the review, unless they have more troops, and that would make further problems for them. But other than that, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think they're just going to go right to it. Hopefully Loxus and Gildarts will get back, and we'll find a little bit more about the Master. But other than that, that's pretty much what I see happening in the future, and hopefully we'll get everything cleared up next week. I can't wait to see that. But comment, what do you think happened? Did you feel so nostalgic when they all came back together, or do you think it was fan service when Kana touched Lucy's boobs? Obviously it was, and Kana is looking, if I might say, she's looking fine as hell in this time skip, and I'm just really pumped to see them all back together. What do you guys think? Do you think the chapter was good in general? Just let me know. If you like my review, like it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and tune in next week to see my next Fairy Tail review.